normally Katie's office, but we flip-flopped today because we were onboarding. I was actually onboarding my first cleaner, and I recorded it just for Pat, for real, just for Pat. Pat gave me the idea this weekend actually, and I did it, Pat. I did it. So remind me, and I'll send it over to you. All right. Well, welcome to the party. If you guys are here for the 0 to a million call, you're in the right spot, but you're also going to be very disappointed because this is the very last call. This is the very last 0 to a million call. Is anybody disappointed in that? Yeah. Don't be too sad, Anna. Don't be too sad. So let me share with you guys a little bit about this call as we let the late people be on time. And I want to give you guys some love for being here on time. So we started this meeting, this 0 to a million, because Kate and I started a new cleaning business. Okay. So if you guys who haven't been following Katie and I at all, and this is your first call, me and my wife Katie, who's on here as well, she's the other one with the weird last name, Manzanares. We started our first cleaning business in October of 2020, and we actually started it in a different state. We started it in Bozeman, Montana. And in 2022, the end of 2022, so about 2 years after we started it, we realized that the cleaning business, it could actually be something pretty big. It could actually turn out to be something significant. We actually put some time and attention to it. Because the reality is that we actually started our cleaning business not as the goal to make it a big business. We actually owned quite a few Airbnbs, and our goal was just to increase our profit margins, and at the same time, get Katie, who was at the time cleaning our Airbnbs, out of having to clean. So we decided a cleaning business. And then at the same time, we also had a fitness business, and we were also actively trying to buy more real estate. And then it was at the end of 2022 when I started looking at this cleaning business that Katie, who was running, as I would call her a solo operator because I had zero involvement to do with the cleaning business. And she had grown this thing to about $35,000 a month in revenue. I was like, dang, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And so we started discussing it, like, what if we actually put a little time and attention to this? What if we actually focus on this? And I actually came in and, helped you see the blind spots that you couldn't see, and we could basically tag team this thing. And so that was, again, late 2022 that we decided that we would go ahead and do that. And we got out of the fitness industry. We stopped actively buying real estate. And then in the beginning of 2023, we decided to start a Facebook group to share the journey of us growing a $1 million cleaning business. And the group was mainly just for peer accountability, external accountability for Katie and I, because we were like, hey, we want to grow this thing, and we will probably get distracted if we don't tell the world what we're going to do. And so we started a free Facebook group, and there was just a couple cleaning business owners who were on that those first couple calls. And we started sharing our journey of, at the time, again, I think we were doing maybe by that time we had grown it a little bit. I think we started maybe at 40 or 45,000. We had grown it a little bit beginning of 2023. And we just started sharing and chronicling our journey to a $1 million cleaning business, which, if you guys are unfamiliar, the monthly run rate is $83,000. If you make $83,000 a month for 12 months in a row, you've created a $1 million business. And so that was always our goal, was to hit $83,000 a month. And we started sharing what we were doing in order to get there. And then finally in May of 2023, we hit our first $83,000 a month, or $83,000 a month. And then in June, we actually hit $100,000. And then for the rest of 2023, we were over $100,000. And we actually ended 2023 doing $1.1 million. That was pretty cool. We're like, this is exciting. This is pretty fun. And then, but the coolest part after all that was that we ended up hiring a general manager to actually run the location. And so since the start of 2024, which has now been 6 months, I guess it's only been 5 months technically because we're started June. Katie and I have done 0 sales. We've hired 0 people. We've done 0 team meetings. And all that is because we put an amazing human in place. Her name is Elia, to run that location. And that location continues to grow, and it will beat last year's numbers, which is pretty cool because Katie and I now have the attention to do other things. And instead of sitting on the beach, or instead of going on vacation, or instead of starting a totally different separate business that we know nothing about, we decided to start another cleaning business. And so for the last 2 years, we've been, this term is very familiar where we're from, but some of you guys may never heard of this term, but snowbirding. Has anyone ever not heard the term snowbirding? Anybody?
I have not.
Okay, perfect, Adam. So you're probably in the South, right? Because most likely this is a northerner expression. So in the North, we get this thing called snow, and to run away from snow, we snowbird down to the South. And so again, our first location is in Montana, which it snows. It gets cold there, like negative degrees, freezing. And so for the last 2 years, Katie and I have been, and our kids have been going down to Arizona in the winter times. And so this is our second winter that we have been down in Arizona. And this year we decided, hey, why don't we start another cleaning business? Let's start in a different state and a totally different market. One of the most competitive markets in the United States, and we'll see if we can make this thing work again. And so in March of 2024, which was literally 3 months ago, we started our second location here in Mesa, Arizona. And so that's why I started this meeting right here, the 0 to a million, was to chronicle the journey of us going from 0 to a million again. But what I failed to realize was that most of you guys who are on here don't relate to going to $1 million because you've never been there. Maybe that's not even your goal, right? And so, like I said earlier, the reason why this is going to be the last 0 to a million call is because we are now going to update and change the name to $20,000 to $40,000 a month. Okay. And so all the 0 to a million calls before now are going to be inside school, and they're going to be renamed from 0 to 20,000 in 90 days. And the reason why we're calling it that is because that's what happened. We took this business from 0 to $20,000 in 90 days. And so I think there's 12 episodes. This will be number 13. And those will all be inside school as a way for anybody to just literally watch the process of us starting a cleaning business from scratch, 0 clients, started with our own money. We started this business for $5,000, and we grew to $20,000 a month. And so from 0 to 20K in 90 days, we'll be inside school. Cool? Cool. All right. And moving forward, this call will change to 20 to 40,000. Okay, because that's our next goal. Our next goal is to grow this thing from 20,000 a month now to $40,000 a month. And we'll share with you at the end of this call why we're doing that, why that's the goal. And it's not just an arbitrary number. I'm over arbitrary numbers now. I like to actually put a reason to a goal, or at least some sort of logical reason to an arbitrary number. So you guys are cool with that. And again, if you guys do want access to all the replays from 0 to 20K in 90 days, you have to be inside the school community. So most of you guys in here are part of the school community. There's almost 30 people on here today. Thank you guys for showing up today. Last week on the holiday, ain't nobody wanted to be on here. Everyone was out on vacation. They were celebrating, or maybe they were memorializing. Maybe you guys actually were taking into account for our freedoms and living the good life that we really truly have it here in the States. And I know there's quite a few Canadians on here as well. So there's 30 people on here today. If you want access to the 0 to 20K in 90 days, you must be inside school. So to get part of school, does anyone know how to get part of school? Does anyone not know how to get part of school? To be part of school, it's full free. Okay, school is full free. The only thing that you need to do to be part of school is, number one, you must have a cleaning business, first and foremost. Okay, and second is you must use the same systems that everybody else inside the school community is using, which we use Go High Level. And so for everyone who's not using Go High Level, I'm sorry. Like, you can't get in. Like it's free. The reason why it's free is because you use the same system that we're using. Okay? People are like, it's free. Freaking dorks. So if you want to be part of school, like Anna is part of school, Ernest is part of school. Who else is part of school? Alyssa. I'm gonna just name the names here. People: Janisa, Jose, Nettie. What's up, Nettie? Nettie's on here. Marie, Jed, Pat, Renee. Look at that. There's quite a few people who are non-site school. This is cool. Okay. The rest of you guys, if you guys want to be part of an amazing community, literally, like think about this is like a $10,000 coaching program you get for free. Okay, for free. It's really simple. You must use Go High Level because that's what we're using. You literally use my snapshot, and I will give you the systems that I've used to grow $1 million business, the use that we are using to grow a second business that we literally took from 0 to 20K, 90 days, like those same systems. Okay, you get to use those for free. This community is valuable because we all use the same systems. Okay, we're all doing the same thing. So if you want to come in here using some other baloney CRM, that's fine. It can work for you. I don't care. But you're not even part of this community. That's it. It's really simple. I'm not a mentor. I'm a cleaning business owner who likes to mentor. Okay, it's my passion. It's my hobby. Like I do two things. I work and I work out. Some of you guys can't see here inside a Zoom screen, but the Zoom screen is not small. I'm just big. Okay. Only some of you guys would get that. Would actually, anyway. So that being said, I'm making my life as easy as possible to help you guys as much as possible. Okay, without you paying me money. Okay, if you want to go get like a mentor, you want to go pay some guy $10,000, $20,000, like go, like for real, like go do it. Like this is not what this is. Okay, this is not what this is. Okay. So if you want to join the school community, James, do you have actually, I want to send you guys James, I don't have the right link for you. So I'm gonna have to pull this up here in a second. So you guys can look at how to join the school community. It's simple. You join Go High Level and you use my affiliate link. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So you pay Go High Level. I get $20 or $30. I don't even know what it is. I think it's $30. But you need this system anyway. Go High Level, okay, if you guys don't use Go High Level, it's $97 a month. It's $97 a month for your website, your funnel, your phone CRM, your calendars, all your automations. It's like the most ridiculous deal on the freaking planet. And you get to use my systems, all my automations, things that, and they're not even mine. They're the community's automations, right? Because truthfully, like I get so much and I learn so much from other cleaning business owners in there, and I just like put them back into the snapshot and give them back to you guys. Okay. So if you want to be part of it, I'm going to send you guys the link that you can go check it out. It is again for free. It's for free. School, how to get part of the school community. Okay, I'm going to drop this, and then James, you can save this going forward. So when I get on these rants, you can drop it for people, okay? All right, I'm gonna drop this in the chat for you guys here. So this is the link. You guys can watch. I made a nice little video on the school community. What's part of the school community? I literally pay money to make sure the school community is there that you guys access for free. Just full transparency. I pay money for something that you get for free. Okay? And so you access the school community. I walk through Go High Level. If you don't know what Go High Level is, share with you all the benefits of it. And spoiler alert, Go High Level is $97 a month, and you run your entire business on it. It's wild. Okay? Okay. So done with that. So that being said, today we're here to talk about the final episode of 0 to now it is called $20,000 in 90 days. And so today I have Katie on here. Finally, it only took her 90 days to get on here, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys the vision sheet our vision meeting that we use. This is literally how we grow this business, is we grow it on data, okay? This data, again, this sheet is inside the school community. It's actually inside the masterclass, which you guys can also get for free. But there's nice walkthrough videos inside school and showing you how to use this vision sheet. This vision sheet is the cornerstone of how we're growing all of our businesses, and all the businesses that I help, they use the vision sheet. It makes it really easy for me to help them. Okay. All right. So as I promised, I would have Katie more screen time, because last week was Katie's first week in the office, and which means that the previous week's data had nothing to do with Katie, and now I should say in the office had nothing to do with Katie. And this week, you guys will see Katie show up in a big way. All right. So, Katie, you want to unmute yourself for a second so I can make sure that your mic is working?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Say it again.
I said, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. Okay. So, Katie, last week is right here, guys. So last week we did 138 job ticket hours. If you guys are unfamiliar with the term job ticket hours, it's billable hours. Okay. So if you have a client that you're billing for 3 hours, we call them job ticket hours. Okay. You could also call them billable hours, but we had 138 job ticket hours last week, which was a personal record for us. That's the most that we've had since we started this company. The week before that, you can see we did 124. The week before that was 115. The week before that was 90. Okay. So we're making progress. Our average cleaner hours. So our cleaners, they worked 28 hours last week on average. Okay, this is our biggest number as well. You can see 21, 23, 18, 22. So our cleaners are getting working these guys. Actually, they're gals, but we're working these gals. Number of cleaners. Our number of cleaners went down. This is a positive thing. The reason why is because last week we were accounting Katie as a cleaner, and Katie said, done cleaning. Okay. So after 90 days, Katie was our cleaner. She was our trainer. And now she moved out of a cleaner position. She moved out of the trainer position. Now we have 2 trainers. We have 5 cleaners. And now Katie has moved into the office, and specifically in our company is the assistant general manager. And I myself am acting as the general manager. And so with that being said, we kicked Katie out of having a cleaner role responsibility as of this week. She's done. No mas. Okay. So our cleaners went down. That's the reason why. Okay, so monthly revenue. So this monthly revenue is for June. So our projected monthly revenue for June is $14,600. That's how we start the month. Each week, as you guys watch this number will grow and grow and grow and grow. But last month's revenue. So we ended June at $22,725. Okay. So yeah, we eclipsed the 20,000 mark, which was pretty cool. I think the month before that, Katie, if you remember, do you remember what we did the month before that? 14? No. I think it was 14. So I think month number 2, we had 14. And then the first month we did, I think, $5,000. So those are the first 3 months, 5,000, 14, and then 22. Again, all this is chronicled inside school, which I'll share with you guys here in a little bit. Weekly revenue was $44.91. As you guys can see, it's actually down from the week before, which we did almost 6,000 the week before and 52 the week before that. One of the biggest reasons why it was down last week, Katie, you know why it was down? Do you remember? What happened on Monday? Why was all these guys who are on here right now, they were snoozing last week? What are they doing?
Memorial Day.
You guys were memorializing, right? We were out here working. That's all right. Anyway, so we had one day where we were not cleaning. So Monday we didn't have any cleans. So that would probably be about $1,000, let's say. So it's what we've been about doing. And so that would make sense why it was down. Revenue per clean, this number was up from the week before anyway, at 225. Not too bad. We had 20 weekly cleans. So yeah, so you guys can see here, look at this, monthly revenue and our goal. We hit the goal when we first started this at 20K. Katie, we hit the goal.
Done it.
Katie's super excited, as you guys can tell. Super excited. It's honestly hard to be excited when you're like doing the work the whole time. Like there's not a lot of we're just working. Like we literally work sun up to sundown, and so yeah. And the truth of the matter is like it's a milestone, but it's not the goal. It's just it's a milestone. And we'll share what the next milestone is with you guys here once we get through this vision meeting. Okay, cool. Actually, before I keep going, is this the first time anyone's ever seen the vision meeting before, or the vision sheet? Put it in the chat. Is this the first time you've ever seen the vision sheet before? Raise your hand if it is, and it's okay. This is the first time you've seen it. You seen it. You seen. Is that how you say seen? Seen. All right. Where's my chat at? There my chat is. Katie, is your chat pulled up?
Yes. Nobody has responded.
Lame. Look at Adam. Adam's just like drawing on my screen here. I'm gonna kick you out, Adam. Find you so I can kick you out. Just checking. All right. So I'm gonna stop here. Stop here for a moment. For everybody who's new, you OGs, you guys should know this. Like, how do you get value from these calls? Do you just sit behind the computer with your screens off, hiding? Please don't call on me. I'm not here. Is that how you get value from this call? Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Renee. Yes, participation. These are the smart people inside the school community. They know how to get value from calls. It's not by sitting behind your computer doing nothing. It's by interacting with your fellow cleaning business owner. It's by putting your name out there, by putting in the chat, asking questions, engaging. Like, the more engaged you are, the more you'll get from this. I promise you. Like, there's so many things. There's like 1,000 nuggets in here that you will pick up on maybe one or two of these. And so the goal is to try to pick on as many as you possibly can, and you won't do it if you're distracted behind your phone, behind your computer, pretending that you're not listening, you're not trying to pay attention. So,
yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I don't know how to use that chat. Totally was drawn on your screen, bro. My bad.
All right. So, but you got your camera on, Adam, and I appreciate that. Same thing. That's the second thing you do. Is you put your camera on so people can see your face. Like we see your face, you'll make friends that way. The biggest value you can get from this community is not by listening to me and Katie. It's by making friends in here who are doing the same thing you're doing. Okay. So, vision sheet. If you guys do not have access to the vision sheet, James, will you drop the? What's up, Josh? Welcome, my friend. Make sure that you type to everybody in the chat, not just me, though. Okay. Welcome, guys. How do you guys get the most out of these meetings? Number one, being if you're not part of the masterclass is for free. I'm sure most of you guys are in the masterclass. That's how you got part of the email list. But if you're not, James will drop the link for the masterclass. The vision sheet is inside there. Okay. So make sure that you're using the vision sheet. So without further ado, I'm dive back in here. And thank you for the OGs. You guys are very patient, and they understand that this game is it's a balancing act, right? Because like if we don't have new blood coming in, then no one pushes the standard, and then eventually the group dies. And then, but it also is like it slows them down, right? It slows people down. So that's why these calls are a little slower. Whereas our coaching calls in the school community, oh yeah, there's coaching calls in the school community. If you guys didn't know that, for free, you don't pay for. Wow, crazy. Those are more like those go faster because we're not doing because everybody's on the same level. So, okay. So revenue, Zin made 22,000. In QuickBooks, we collected almost 21,000. So great job on the collections department, Katie. Good job. Revenue, 4491. Initial clean revenue, 2863. Recurring revenue, 1618. Outstanding invoices, 1,130. And then greater than 7 days, 275. So the fact that this greater than 7 days is down to 275 is awesome. Last week, Katie was the first week in the office, and she hammered some invoices. She got a couple people who were I don't know if they were avoiding us, but I just wasn't calling them enough. And she got a hold of them. We got some invoices paid, and we got some. These are less than 7 days, so again, not concerned about that. Pretty cool. Marketing. I'm going to share something really cool with you guys too. I have all these things I want to share with you guys. I'm so excited. There's so many things. Okay, so marketing. Last week we spent $196 on Google LSA, and I'm going to be continuing to shrink my Google local services budget. And I will share with you guys why shortly. Facebook ad spend was $489, so altogether we spent $685. From Facebook, we got 34 leads. From our Facebook group, we got 5 leads. We had 6 missed calls, 6 local service ads, 1 homepage, 1 incoming call lead, 0 referrals. We had 53 total leads last week at a cost per lead of $13. So I say this every week, but you guys can see on here in the vision sheet, if you're getting less than $20 leads, you get 2 thumbs up. If you're getting between $20 and $35 a lead, you get 1 thumb up. And if you're getting over $35 leads, 2 thumbs down. If you're getting over $35 leads, then you're just not using any of the marketing that I'm sharing with you, and that the community, everybody inside the community is using. I don't know a single person who's getting over $35 leads in our community because they're just using standard practices. So. Getting someone to raise their hand for a cleaning service isn't that hard. If you're not getting people to raise their hand, it's because you're doing something wrong. That's it, which is good. the benefit of you being wrong is you can fix you. If the market is wrong, well, then you got to change the market. And that's much harder to do. So marketing, doing well. Okay, sales, number of spots, 7 days out, only 8 spots. Okay, look at these guys. Look at these calls. So I only made 40 calls last week. Poor Logan. Katie made 139 calls in her first week. Great job, Katie. Let's see here. Quote calls scheduled. I had 18. Katie had 5. Quote calls showed. Only 10 of my calls showed. And Katie had 8. This number is not correct. So Katie must have not tracked her numbers right. Katie, come on.
Oh, James did his best inputting my data, but I didn't know how to track data at the beginning of the week, so my numbers are a little off. I did not close at 125%.
Yeah, so we got to fix this data. So, James, will you go double check while we're on this call how many cleans she actually booked versus performed? At least get these 2 numbers right. That way we can figure out what these are. Are these just backwards, maybe? So we'll fix those. Yeah, so I did 15 quote calls. Looks like I closed 10. Maybe this is backwards. We'll see. We'll come back. James is pretty good at fixing these things. Look at that revenue, though. Holy moly. $7,000 of new initial clean projected revenue, 2,000, so almost $10,000 in a week. That's good. That's good. That's good. Look at this. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this cursor on my screen? Things about to change here. Something's going to happen. Maybe something's going to happen. We'll see. We'll come back. Let's go over to conversion calls. So I had 4 conversion calls, converted 2. Katie had 7, converted 7. That means 9. We had $3,000. Yeah, that's good. Is that good? Katie, is that good? That's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We'll come back to sales. We'll double check this number right here. This 40, it would be good if it's correct, but I got a feeling it's not correct. So we'll come back to it though. James,
I just sent you a message in chat. I think I know where my error is coming from.
Yeah, and so part of this whole process, even Katie, even the great mythical Katie, like she has to learn by making mistakes. Okay, you just have to fill the reports out, do it wrong a bunch of times till we get on a Zoom like this to realize that, hey, I got to learn, right? And so nobody's immune to making mistakes, except for the people who do not try. You're only immune to making mistakes if you don't try. And that's what 99% of humans do. Is they're like, I prefer not to make mistakes. I'm going to make myself immune to make mistakes by just not fucking trying. So, hey, you want to not make a mistake? Don't fucking try. Sorry for my language. But that's the only way to make a mistake. It's a loser mentality. Losers are afraid to make mistakes. Stop being a freaking loser and go out there and make more mistakes. Get on more sales calls. Do more interviews. Hire more people. Fire more people. Fire more clients. That's how you become better. Sorry for yelling. Not really, though. Not really sorry. Just trying to get a point across. Okay? I care less about this percentage. I really wish this was worse. So, looks like James fixed. Thank you, James. See? I don't yell at James for making mistakes. I say, James, thank you for fixing it. Right? Love you. Appreciate you. God dang, thank you. Katie, thank you for fixing this. Right? Appreciate that. You can't control outcomes, but you can control your response to outcomes. Okay? That's crazy. So, in Katie's first week, she closed 30 people in the office. So she did better than I did for the first 12 weeks of this business. Okay. And truthfully, Katie is a better, what do we call her, Katie? Would you call yourself a better direction follower than me?
Yes.
Yeah. Katie's better following directions. I resist directions to some degree. Unless I create them. If I create them, I'm more lucky to follow them. Whereas Katie's like, give me the directions. I'm like, okay. And then she follows them. So my directions are better than my follow through. So but altogether, 40 sales. So if you make 40 sales in a week, you can grow a pretty big business. And yeah. So with that being said, let's keep rolling. Great job, Katie. But was it just a fluke, or will it happen again? We'll see.
I can't control the outcome, but I can control my inputs. I will make more than 139 calls this week.
There we go. Okay. So weekly cleans, we had 20 weekly cleans, total recurring clients 20, reoccurring clients 21. For anybody who's new here, put in the chat, please, the OGs, what's the difference between a recurring client and a reoccurring client for everybody who's new? Help the people out so I can keep going. New client claims got 11, recurring claims 3, reoccurring 6. There's that name again, reoccurring. Don't know what that means. Please in the chat, somebody share what it is. 8 Google reviews this week. Yes, 8 Google reviews. That's become the new standard. Just 8 Google reviews a week. Cleaner acquisition. Last week we spent $64 on Indeed. We had 17 applicants. We had 7 prospect calls. We had 3 interviews. 2 showed. 1 hired. Rachel, you hired. And she got onboarded today. Oops. Make sure her name is spelled correctly in here. And actually her name's not spelled correctly in here for net. Yeah, so Katie and I tag teamed it. I onboarded her in the morning, and then Katie onboarded her on the afternoon. She's currently cleaning our house right now, which is awesome. And then she'll go with Jocelyn tomorrow as Jocelyn will be her trainer tomorrow. So that's what it looks like for our pipeline right now for cleaners. 5-star reviews. We are currently at 68 5-star reviews. We actually just had one come in this morning, 69. Get some. And yeah, and just so you guys understand, we've been in business for 3 months. We have almost 70 reviews. It's not an accident. And if you look at the reviews, they're legit. They're real. They're from customers, like real people. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we have a process that we may or may not have shared, and we're going to continue, and we'll share version 2.0, which is actually way better. But last week you can see here that our cleaners, 31 hours, 32 hours, 24 hours. Navy, she's our contractor that we use sometimes. We didn't have any cleans for her last week. Debbie and Savannah both got 27 and 22 hours. So again, we call 5 full-time techs. We do have one, what we call her a part-timer. She's actually a contractor. And we had no call-outs, no days missed. So pretty cool. This one right here, this revenue per hour is really low. Not sure why it's so low, but it's very low. We had 1 correction clean. Actually, this was a discount clean last week. We just reduced the price by $41. And look at this, guys. So it took us 12 weeks, but we finally have our first canceled clients. Yeah, good some. Katie, we finally have canceled clients. About freaking time. About freaking time. Took us 12 weeks.
Both of them were undersold too, so it's great. It's like
exactly.
Amazing.
But so like everyone's fearful of like losing clients. Like it's gonna freaking happen, right? And in the beginning of your business, like it just doesn't happen very fast because you just got the client. Like you just got a client, so likelihood of them canceling goes down. But as you've been in business for months, as you've been in business for years, you get more canceled clients. It's just part of the game. Actually, here's the game. You get canceled clients. You also get canceled cleaners. Like cleaners will cancel on you. They're like, you said you could provide me an opportunity to reach my goals, and you can't, so I'm leaving. And that happens in a myriad of different ways. Okay? And so in the beginning, though, you're able to build it up, and then eventually they start leaving, and then you don't keep the funnel, whether it be the cleaner or the client funnel going, and then all of a sudden you start to go backwards. And so this game that we're playing with the cleaning business is a game of speed. A speed at which you can acquire clients and the speed at which you can acquire cleaners. That's it, because they will all leave. All clients, all cleaners will eventually leave. So the speed at which you can keep them is going to ensure which is going to predict whether your business is to grow, stay the same, or go down. It's just a speed game. Okay. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she left, you're freaking crazy. The only one who's going to be in your business when everything's said and done is you. And if you have a spouse who's in with you, hopefully them too. That's it. Everybody else will leave you. And that's okay. And that is okay. Right? So we lost our first 2 clients. It's okay. Okay. Katie, how many sales did you make last week?
Oh, the numbers say 30. I think about 30.
Yeah.
37 with recurring.
There we go. So how many sales did the company make last week?
40.
40. Okay. So you're going to lose people. But if you can grow 40 and lose 2, would you play that game?
Yes.
I would play that game. Right? So again, this is a ratio game. It's not whether people come or go. It's like what's the ratio which they come and go. if you lose 5 people a week and you only bring on 4 people, is your business going to grow? Those are 2 sides of the equation. There's the growth and there's the attrition. Okay. Look at, I think I get the point home. Hopefully, is that people will come and go. Cleaning voucher. Last week we gave away a $50 cleaning voucher. We gave away 2 10% discounts. So this is part of our review process, that when somebody leaves a review, they get 10% off the next clean. We gave away 2 of those last week. And then we gave away just 1 discount. That was for Morgan, right here. $41, not 42. 41. So that's what Mesa 5-star cleaning looked like in week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Week number 13. Crazy. Okay. So, Katie, before I ask your thoughts on this, if anybody who in here wants to see us start this business, literally, like I did this meeting on, it must have been March 11th, where I chronicled this week, our very first week, just so you guys, for you guys who are brand new here, our very first week in business. Katie, how many job ticket hours did we do?
Looks like 8.
How much revenue did we do that week?
Oh, $400.
And how many cleans?
1.
There we go. That was week number 1, guys. Just so you guys know. So we didn't come blazing out, balls blazing with a bunch of cleans. Like we started with one clean. We had 1 clean the very first week, and the second week, just to make sure we're not hiding. Are you hiding something, Katie? Are you hiding this magic trick of like, you know how to magically get clients and cleaners so you can grow a $20,000 a month business in 3 months? Or did this just happen like by like getting better every single week?
Just getting a little better every week.
Week number 2, we did 5 cleans. We did $1,000. $200 a clean. Okay. So if you guys actually want to see this process, so it's inside school. If you guys are in school, put in the chat you're in school, because guess what? You cool if you inside school, okay?